Hello and welcome to Ask the Undertaker. It's an open and honest look into funeral service brought to you by Golden Gate Funeral Home and Crematory with facilities in Fort Worth, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and Tallulah, Louisiana. I'm your host, John Beckwood Jr., and I'm joined today by my sister, my partner, our Chief Financial Officer, Sister Carolyn Haynes.
Good morning, everybody.
All right. Today, Carolyn, we're going to talk about three things, and everybody should know what those three things are by now, because we broadcast live right here on KGGR and on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, every Tuesday morning from 8:15 to 8:30, every Thursday morning from 8:15 to 8:30, and every Saturday morning from 10:15 to 11 o'clock a.m. Don't miss this Saturday. We're going to be live from the Super Bowl. All right. The first thing we discuss every morning is who owns Golden Gate Funeral Home.
Yes, sir.
Carol, I'm going to let you do that today.
Again, we're still getting this after 40 years of being in service. But the people that own Golden Gate Funeral
These
Home
people
are Beckwith Incorporated, John Beckwith Sr., John Beckwith Jr., and Carolyn Haynes. We have always been and always will be owned by the Beckwith family and operated.
All right. Three owners. John Beckwith Sr., founder owner.
Yes, sir.
Carolyn Haynes, my sister, and me, John Beckwith Jr. Why do we go public with that? Because we have to.
Yes, sir.
Second thing we go over is trying to help the public become prepared for the physical death. Physical death.
Physical.
Not spiritual
No,
death,
sir.
the
Physical
physical death.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
you know
That's
what to
what
do
we
with the
deal
spiritual death. Let's try that. Romans is over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But, Carol, that's the first thing we talk about every morning about the physical death. Go.
That's going to be our pre-need. You
Okay.
need to tell your family exactly what you want and, more importantly, what you don't want. We still see that way too often. We ask that you put it in writing. For years, we've been explaining that you can either pay for it ahead of time or you can pay with insurance. But please tell your family, but more importantly, put it in writing, your wishes.
Your wishes. We say that is very important. You cannot not put that in writing.
Yes, sir.
Please don't let that just be a conversation. And whatever you do, don't say throw me in the
Backyard.
No, we can't throw you in the backyard.
Not
Some of you
illegal.
probably deserve to be thrown in the backyard, but we can't do it.
No, sir.
You have to do something with the body. Don't make it hard on your family.
Exactly.
Second thing we go over is life insurance. Now, y'all listen, that's going to be our words of comfort today. So we're going to hit that kind of hard. So, Carolyn, why does everybody need life insurance?
You need to replace your income. Right now, you are the person that's helping take care of your family or completely taking care of your family. Your income is lost when you pass away. They still need to have that home, that vehicle. Those children still need school supplies now and in the future for college. You must replace your income, and you do that with an insurance policy.
Insurance policy.
Yes,
Replace my
income.
I leave.
Still got to take care of business.
Still got to take care of business. And most people will purchase insurance to pay for their funeral bill. Nothing wrong with that, but then leave us a little bit more for the...
Leave it inheritance for that family so they can continue on.
All right. Now, the third thing we talk about is our last will and testament.
Oh.
Why is that important to us?
You have to tell people, John, let's say three things. What you own, everything that you have that's in your name, who you owe. Okay. List all your creditors. You can't just say send them a death certificate, give an address to the cemetery. That does not work. And then the people you take care of. We talk about that sandwich generation. You take care of your children. You take care of your parents. Those people still need to be taken care of. When you pass away, you put that in your last will and testament.
Who you own? What you own?
Yes, sir. Who you owe.
Who you owe. And
who you take care of you.
Thing that you are responsible for and all the people you are responsible. Yeah, that's pretty easy putting the last will and testament.
Yes,
now, we always say get an attorney. Yes. Everybody can't afford an attorney. If that is the case, make sure three things is happening. That it is signed, that it is notarized, that you signed in front of a notary,
yes, sir.
And that it is witnessed by someone that's not in the
will.
In the will.
Yes, sir.
Living will, Carol. Tell us about that.
Living will, and we've been hit hard with this coronavirus. You go into a hospital and unable to speak for yourself. You can't tell them the medical attention that you need. You also can't tell them once you survive this virus and any other illness where it is you would like to live. At your home and how you're going to pay for that or in a facility. Your living will is your voice when you can no longer speak.
And y'all, that's probably the biggest thing. We're going to talk a little bit about that Saturday. is that nursing homes, you have to be so careful.
Yes.
Some people want to be there because they don't want to be a burden on their family. And some people don't want to be there. What I found is that people's opinion is very strong.
Yes.
So
either
that
way.
really is going to be very important.
Yes.
What's number 5, Carolyn?
That's our payable on debt. We still need to make sure we have someone else on every bank account, every account that has money in it, so that when you pass away, that person's able to take a death certificate, get the money out, and continue with the instructions that you have left with regards to your life.
All right. So you cover 5 things. You said a pre-need, insurance, a last will and testament, a living will, and you said make sure if I have any type of bank account, I have a beneficiary on it.
Yes, sir.
What's called a payable on debt. What's number 6?
That's our right of disposition.
Okay.
One person in charge of your disposition. Put it in writing. Make sure your family knows, but don't have your family, the person that you trust to take care of you, come in and fight with the rest of your family. Your children, your spouses, your parents. Don't do that to the person left to survive to take care of your disposition. So
you say, what is a right disposition? She told you why you should have one. A right disposition is just a sheet of paper. On that sheet of paper, it's going to say, this person is in charge of my funeral.
Yes, sir.
You're going to sign it in front of a
witness,
notary and a witness, just like the last will and testament.
Yes, sir.
And y'all listen, that thing is more powerful than the next of kin. Yeah. It's more powerful than the state of Texas, more powerful than the United States of America. That one sheet of paper puts that person in charge. This is my favorite part about that one sheet of paper. They don't have to be any kin to you.
Right.
I can really choose anybody I want and put them in charge of my funeral.
Yes, sir.
And Carolyn, what about that last one we talked about?
That last letter of instruction. All of the things we've talked about before, you have to tell people where these things are. They have to be able to go to that place, pick it up, and take care of your business. Daily, your life change, your instruction letter will change as well. But we ask you to also put it in an electronic form. Send it to the person that you trust, because that if there's a last will and testament, person's not in it that happened to get in your house first, they're going to tear it up. So you still want to make sure all business is taken care of. Email it to the person that's going to do it. All
right. So Carolyn tell you why you should have one. What is it? It's just me writing down where my things are. Where's those 7 things or 6 things we just talked about? Where can I find them? What is the password to my phone? What's the password to the computer?
Right.
And what is the combination to the
safe?
Just write down everything and email it to someone. That's what a last letter of instruction is. Now, Carolyn, the third part of our show, which is words of comfort to our
families.
Today is life insurance beneficiary. Life insurance beneficiary. You will be surprised. And they're going to kind of walk through a few steps. The first step is that you must name one. Yes. Carolyn, people wouldn't believe that you would go to a job and you would sit down with HR and you'll fill out that, yes, I want insurance, and Carolyn won't be a beneficiary.
Yes.
We say that way too often, that some insurance actually don't have beneficiaries.
Most definitely. And I'm not sure why HR doesn't do it either, but anyway, we're telling you, it's your responsibility as the person that has the insurance to make sure you have a named beneficiary on that policy so it can be used whichever way you choose at your passing.
Number 1, beneficiary. You need one.
Gotcha.
They're not automatic. They don't just put somebody on. You must choose who they are. Insurance agents, don't let a person walk off without a named beneficiary. Yes. So we got that. Number 1, make sure there is a beneficiary.
Yes.
Number 2, make sure it's not a minor. Now, how important is that?
Very important. The single parents out here, we want to make sure our children are taken care of. We think that's how we take care of them. The state of Texas even protects our minor children. They can't contract. They don't have the mindset to be able to take care of business. You must name an adult and put instructions in place.
What happens if my minor child is beneficiary? You put them on there. They're there. And you just refuse to take them off. Well, what you basically said is that this money is going into a trust, that there will be an adult that's over the trust.
Yes.
There will be an adult that's over them.
Yes.
So if you're going to make that adult over the trust, if you're going to make the adult over them, go ahead and make the adult the beneficiary. At least, now let's talk about it. There's 2 ways this thing can go. At least make them the beneficiary enough to take care of the child until they become
adults.
A responsible adult.
Sure.
So you say, what do you mean by that? Well, you can take maybe 50% of the insurance policy and make an adult a beneficiary, because that'll give them enough money to take care of the child. The other 50%, you say, I'm going to put it in a trust because I'm not going to trust the adult with all my child's money. But when my child turned 25 or 18, then I am going to allow them to have access and let them make a decision
with that money. Yes, sir.
But to make a child 100%, it would not allow them the opportunity, this is important, to get to the money now.
Right.
And Carolyn, when do they need the money?
Right now. They still have their school. They still have to prepare for college, prepare for their lives.
They have to eat.
They have to eat every day.
Every day.
So you're tying their hands when you make a minor beneficiary.
All right. So we're saying you can leave them some, but don't leave them all. That's just the opinion of the Undertaker. Now, that's important. So we talk about first, name a beneficiary. Yes. Second, don't make a minor beneficiary 100%. 100%. There's nothing wrong with having a trust set aside for them or have something set aside. But remember, they need money and they need it right now. Remember, a minor beneficiary cannot come in here and make funeral arrangements. They can't bury you. They can't cremate you. They're not
legally can't contract.
They can't contract with anybody.
No, sir.
So they can't, even if they are the beneficiary, they can't use that money even towards your funeral bill.
No,
all right,
sir.
Y'all. Third person, very important by beneficiary. Take your ex-spouses off.
Yes.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes,
Carol?
sir.
What do you mean by ex-spouse? If you divorce them, y'all take them off as beneficiary. Yes. People will just forget. Sometimes the judge will remind you. Sometimes your attorney will remind you. But if you get a divorce, take your ex-spouses off. Check this out. If they died, she died, he died, take them off. They're the ex at this point, Carolyn.
Exactly.
They have to come off.
Most definitely. And the legal complications to that. So we're just asking you, keep a check monthly, weekly on all of your paperwork here, especially life insurance policies. Make sure, again, there's one named, no minors, and no exes.
All right. So we don't have any minor children.
No, sir.
We don't have any exes. Y'all, deceased people. Yes. Deceased people. Mama passed away. Mama is probably beneficiary of everybody's policy. I need you to take mama off.
Yes, sir.
Daddy, if he passed away and he was a breadwinner, he took care of the business, take daddy off. Brother, sister, if they're deceased, their name shouldn't be on the car, the house, and the insurance policy. So quite often when we're making funeral arrangements, we have to say to families, hey, can you bring us a death certificate of someone who's passed away? Yes. They'll be like, why do I need a death certificate? This person's been dead 10 years. Because they're still the beneficiary of the insurance. Oh, they are. Mm-hmm. Girl, they are so shocked to find out that they wasn't. They thought that the insurance company takes a person off when they pass away. They don't. And even if they knew, they can't. The owner of the policy must take the beneficiary off.
Yes, sir.
So you probably listening to me right now. You're watching me right now. You said, uh-oh, I got some kids on there. Mm-hmm. Go change it. Change it today. Uh-oh, I got an ex-spouse on there. Change it when?
Today.
My spouse had passed away. Change it when?
Today.
Mom is dead. Dad is dead. Anyone I think is a beneficiary need to be taken off immediately. Oh, let me give you another one. Anyone you don't trust. Right. Your relationship has changed. The child wasn't what you thought they were going to be. They didn't grow up and to become what you thought they were going to be. Maybe you find out. We say a thing like disowning somebody. Mm-hmm. The way to disown someone is to take them off of the beneficiary of the insurance.
Yes, sir.
Anyone I don't trust, Carolyn, should not be beneficiary of my insurance.
Most definitely, because you don't trust them to take care of anything now. They're not going to take care of it when you pass away.
Take away anybody I don't trust, anyone that's deceased or ex, yes. And as well as take away
minor children,
beneficiaries that are minors. They must come off.
Yes, sir.
Carol, this is a lot to learn.
That's a lot.
That's the reason we meet every Tuesday at
8:15
to 8:30.
Yes,
that's the reason we come back every Thursday and give it to you again from 8:15 to
8:30.
And then we're going to come back Saturday live at the Super Bowl from 10:15.
11 a.m.
Oh, we want to say hello to John Beckwith Sr., our founder and owner. Dad watches this show every morning. He critiques the show, so he want to make sure his kids are doing right by him.
Yes, sir.
As we go about our Father's business. Thank you, KGGR, for allowing us to have Ask the Undertaker. And hello to everybody live on the internet. May God bless you. May God keep you is our prayer.